Hey y'all from Tennessee! Welcome to the State and Beal podcast. This is the place where we celebrate Tennessee, the volunteer state, the Big Bend state, the hog and hominy state. On this show, we love Tennessee from State Street in Bristol to Beale Street in Memphis, with apologies to Mountain City. My name is Toby Sells. I'm the host and producer over here at State and Beal. Now, last week we previewed the Music City Hot Chicken Festival. I talked with Neil McCormick, one of the organizers, and he gave us some incredible insights on hot chicken, which, if you don't know, is Nashville's civic dish, and it's gone from Nashville all over the world. If you haven't listened to that episode, go back and check it out. Neil knows his stuff when it comes to hot chicken. He knows a thing or two also about throwing a great event. My family and I took a trip back to my hometown of Livingston, which is east of Nashville, and it's just north of Cookeville. But then on the way back, we stopped in for the festival. And just like Neil promised, it was an absolute blast. The fire truck parade was super fun. And as we waited there on Woodland Street in East Nashville, I spied a pro. He sat in the shade in a camp chair. His name was Travis Jenkins from Donaldson, and he looked every bit a Nashvillian. I asked Travis how he was dressed that day.
Authentic sounds, American jersey, probably 10 years old from the old Greer Stadium.
Nice.
And a
Hey, we'll be right back, Mom.
chicken hat.
Get your chicken hat.
Chicken hat.
With the long yellow legs that can you pull them in the wig flap or anything?
Well,
That's incredible. Now, I heard you say over there, so we're standing here in Woodland Street waiting for the parade to come by. You said the last 5 years it's been it, so you've done this before.
yes, just a few times.
Just a few times. You do it every year?
Every year.
Every year.
Yep.
What brings you out to Chicken Festival every year?
I'm off of work and there's something to do.
What about hot chicken itself? Do you have a favorite hot chicken?
Hattie B's I tried when I was younger, but I can't handle it anymore.
Okay.
I'll be the first to admit. It gets me now.
But we've never been, so we in for a fun day?
Yeah, in for a fun day, some candy, some fire trucks, and unique vehicles.
That's lovely.
And Travis was right. There were lots of vehicles. Tons of tow trucks for some reason. The Nashville Ghostbusters. I got scanned with a PKE meter. That's a lifelong dream of mine. We caught beads, glow-in-the-dark footballs, stickers, little rubber chickens, and so much more.
Oh, that seems to be almost the end of the parade there. We got a few remainers here, and everybody is already so excited to get into the Hot Chicken Festival. I can tell it's going to be a great day, a big fun party feel out here to everything, and that was so fun, so loud, and so great.
With the parade done, it was time for the hot chicken entree. Inside the festival, we immediately grabbed some delicious Yazoo Brewing Co. beers for a sit-down under the massive Yazoo chicken coop tent. It was shady and there were fans going, and the idea was we were going to let everyone get their chicken first, and we'd be smart and wait until the lines died down. Bad move. It turned out those lines would not die down for hours, certainly not by the time we left 2 hours into the festival. But we got some insight and some tips on the lines and some other tips about hot chicken from two other hot chicken pros. They and the other folks in their group wore these neon orange top hats. They were together, that was pretty clear. They even marched together in the parade. So I knew there was more to it than just some great hats. To get the lowdown on everything that was going on, I spoke with Zach Layne and Andy Moss.
I've never been here before. I haven't even eaten today. What can I expect?
What can you expect? Well, first of all, you can expect long lines and a lot of temperature hot. Right?
Yeah.
So both inside and out. Right?
Okay.
So if you're going to go to a booth and wait in the line, you want to pick the right line.
Okay. How do I do
So
that?
that's the strategy behind all of this. So the first thing you want to do is figure out which one is the best. And so like we have a handful of favorites: Bolton's, Prince's, Pepperfire.
Hattie B's is solid, but
Sure.
the line is going to be out the door. for
Right.
Hattie B's.
It's kind of the big. Everybody knows Hattie B's.
Correct. They're sort of the McDonald's of hot chicken.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's a fair representation of hot chicken, but there are other hot chickens out there that
Right.
have a bit more to offer.
So now, when I was I've lived in Memphis now for nearly 20 years, and so when I was leaving, Boltons and Princes were the thing, but people were just kind of finding out about it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you find a good line. Is the best line the shortest line?
Certainly that's a strategy, right?
Okay.
So like you can what's your goal? Is it to eat the best hot chicken,
All right.
or is it to eat the most hot chicken? And
Yeah.
both of those are decent strategies, right? There's nothing wrong with nobody's throwing shade on any of those strategies. But so if you're a civilian and you're coming in here, like our instruction would be like get here early for the parade, catch some beads, get in line, enjoy the day, right? Do all the things, but like then figure out like who do you want to try? Who have you heard about, right? And so our perception is Bolton's mild is hotter than Hattie B's like medium hot, right? Somewhere in there. And it's not necessarily heat, but it's more the array of spices that you're going to take.
Yeah,
right? They're going to be
The depth of flavor.
fierce,
Right.
right? Yeah. So you're going to have a broader flavor coming out of some of the older guys than you will of some of the new guys.
Okay.
And that's kind of how you distinguish things. But there are brilliant newcomers every year who like show up and they may do it for like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And then you never see them again.
Never see
But
'em
like,
again.
yeah. So our buddies at Atomic Yardbirds killed it like as amateurs for years, and it was a great one of the best hot chickens we've ever had. Right, but they're kind of on demand now.
Right, yeah.
If you got the nickels, they'll show up to your place and do some hot chicken. But otherwise,
Well,
you're not going to catch it, right? Like it's kind of velvet roped in that respect,
Yeah.
right? So we love the festival. We love the day, right? It's the hottest day of the year, almost every year.
Yeah.
Right. So you're as hot as you can be inside and out.
And I talked to Neil McCormick earlier this week, and he was saying the same thing. It's kind of a rite of passage. If you can't handle the heat outside and in, then you might not be in the right
this
place.
may not be the spot for you.
So what's up with the orange hats?
So we're part of the Orange Grease Society. So Neil started a faction of the parade. So the parade started, we kind of are all a little bit uncertain as exactly when the parade started. We believe it to be 2011 or 2012.
Okay.
And Neil started a society of the Orange Grease Society, which is, it was invitation only the first year, and then the premise was you would invite one person to join you the next year. So
Okay.
it was a pretty small group. We all had these top hats, orange top hats. And the premise was we'll wave at the folks and all the things, and then over the years it's grown into throwing out beads and trinkets and knickknacks. So I got like
So you're saying gree as in like gree?
grease,
grease.
like orange grease from your fingers, right?
Oh,
so,
right,
like from,
yeah.
yes, sorry.
Very cool.
So listener, that is a rubber chicken with I don't know a questionable expression.
Expression.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good way to put it.
But we got that guy, and then we also have this other fella, right? So they're both priced to move,
Fun.
right? So. But yeah, so those are some of the things that we throw out over the years, and there's one kid that for the past 8 years, I've given a Matchbox car to,
Fun.
right? Yeah. So like every year I look out for this one fella and hand him that one. It's a thing that. So many of us have lived in the neighborhood for 20 years, and this is something that we've kind of cultivated over the years, and it's a true neighborhood thing. In addition to the heritage of hot chicken, what it means to Nashville, but also what East Nashville brings to the greater Nashville, right? And so we're all proud of our neighborhood and all proud of this silly little thing that we do, which is stand in the hottest day of the year, eating the hottest food on earth, right? Melting into the pavement or the grass, and just enjoying what
I love it. Well, I love what y'all have done over here. I need to ask you about what you're wearing today. Can you describe what you're wearing?
I can. The accent is probably going to be a little bit confusing to some of your listeners because I was born and raised in England, moved over here in 1997 and became a proud citizen of this country 12 years ago.
Fantastic.
And I am completely going against the US flag code by wearing every item of clothing, including some that you can't see, that is somewhat stars and or stripes related.
I love it. Yeah, so we've got the star jacket here. We've got the stripes tie on. You have got a wonderful crisp white undershirt there,
Yep.
red shorts, and the shoes. Where did you get the shoes?
These, I used to be a runner once upon a time, and these are my racing shoes, but they're just, again, red, white, and blue.
Love it.
And it goes with the with the whole theme.
And so on top of your orange grease hat, you've got a red, white, and blue top hat up there too. So you're ready for the day. That's wonderful.
Top to tail.
Top to tail.
Love this country. Greatest country in the world. Happy birthday, America.
All right, it was time to venture out, to battle the lines and get some hot chicken in our mouths and to get some hot chicken in our souls. It was insanely hot outside. Now, this was a rite of passage, according to Neil McCormick, the organizer I spoke with last week. He said it's hot on the outside and it's hot on the inside, and he hit it right on the money.
Nothing more Tennessee than hearing Green Onions from Booker T and the MGs from Memphis, Tennessee, up here in the music city of Nashville, Tennessee. I absolutely love it. Chicken Fest is on, the lines are long, and the look of the day is sweat. Every single person I see has a sheen of sweat on them, or they are not existing, or they might be vampires. I haven't checked with everybody. Everybody's getting some hot chicken. There's some funnel cakes, lemonade. It's a really fun vibe. But I tell you, when you're standing in the hot, hot heat, it's really hot. I'm wearing flip-flops out here today. That was the best call, but if you stand in one place too long, the tops of your feet feel like they are burning alive.
There were nearly a dozen different places offering up that hot orange chicken that day, and I hope to hear more about hot chicken from an insider. That's when I ran into Austin Smith. He's the founder and owner of Party Fowl. The company slings hot chicken in several locations all over Middle Tennessee and in the Nashville BNA airport. Smith said he aspired to maybe becoming a lawyer or even the president one day, but he got started in the hospitality 24 years ago and just never left.
So I started off in the hospitality industry. I fell in love with it a long time ago. Had a passion for hot chicken, and I saw that there was not a hot chicken restaurant that had full service anywhere in the world. They had no hot chicken restaurant, had a full bar program, enough TVs to watch a ball game, great music. And so I set out to put everything Nashville loves to do under one roof. And I wanted to show hot chicken in a way that people hadn't seen it before, and dishes they'd never imagined putting it in before. And always paying homage to where it comes from, but taking a food that I love and showcasing it in a different way.
So, hot chicken, when did you hear about it? When did it become a thing you wanted to build a business around?
Well, when I hear about it, no, I ate my first piece around 12, 13. I was at my buddy's mom's house, and she said, I brought home some fried chicken. She thought it was, she goes, and it's a little spicy. I'm thinking buffalo. So I took a huge bite trying to act cool, and I got the hiccups. It took my breath away. I had beads of sweat rolling down my face, and I think it was Bolton's. It was in a brown bag, so it could have gone either way right there, you know. And man, I'm telling you, I went back and took another bite. I couldn't explain why I could not stop taking a bite of this thing. So I loved hot chicken, and so it really did become a thing of where, man, there's this thing that's not being done. Like, people are coming to town in droves, and everybody wants to try Nashville hot chicken, but we hadn't created a place where you go sit down, drink at the bar, listen to some good tunes, and watch the ball game, and said, let's do something fun with this. And I wanted to take all my food experience. I've done everything from fast casual to fine dining as a server, manager, bartender, and I wanted to kind of take all of that and round it out into one little concept. The real fun part is, back in 2020, back in 2000, I started a softball team called Party Fowl. Slow pitch adult softball, right? We still play together today. This is we're going into our 25th full year, and we still love it. We played in the Restaurant Association for a while. We had that team for 13 years, and me and my business partner, Nick Jacobson, we would always joke, wouldn't this make a great chicken joint? So it was a sort of a perfect storm of, we had this great name, and he was kind of, it'd be funny if we, and I was like, yeah, I can put a business plan behind this. Like, let's make this happen. Like, we could do something really cool and different and unique. So we still play as that softball team, and I still am a hot chicken junkie.
All right, so the show is really for all Tennesseans, right? So think I'm a guy from Johnson City. This isn't part of my culture necessarily, even though it's a Tennessee thing. What really makes hot chicken?
It's the mud. I mean, basically, it's the way you treat those spices. You can dash the spices on a piece of fried chicken. It's not going to be Nashville hot chicken. So we actually do something a little different than most folks, and we take pure bacon render instead of normal just hot cooking oil, and we put our spices in there. We call it blooming those spices. We call that our mud. So when the chicken comes out of the fryer, you sit in there for a few seconds, depending on the heat levels, how long you're going to leave it and which one it is, because some of those you don't want to leave in there too long. If you've had poltergeist, you understand what I'm telling you. And so it's the mud that makes Nashville hot chicken. A lot of folks around the country have Nashville hot chicken or hot shrimp or Nashville hot this. but I order it every time because I have to out of curiosity. But usually it's they took it out of the fryer and they dusted it, and that's not the full process. That's not how you get it. You got to have the mud, man.
What is your favorite Nashville hot chicken pizza from Domino's? I'm just kidding.
I was like, you just gave me something I couldn't even answer if I wanted to. I will tell you that when KFC, came out with their Nashville chicken and they started going like worldwide with it, all these people who are fans of and friends of mine, they'd reach out and they go, "Are you like pissed off? Like it's not Nashville chicken?" I said, "No, it's not, but it's letting the entire world know that we exist." And so when they come to Nashville and they see, hey, there's a Nashville chicken place, that's the real deal, and they taste that, it's just opening up some doors for more people to want to try us, and I think that's what's great. And we have such a great community here, all the owners and everything. We know each other, and we run in the same groups, and it's really fun, man. It's a little community.
That's great. So if I'm coming to Nashville, where can I find Party Fowl?
You can find us, if you're coming in by plane, you can find us in the D terminal at B&A. We're in the airport. We also have downtown Nashville at 8th and Division. We've got Donaldson 7 miles up the road from that. Then we've got Cool Springs right behind the Galleria Mall, and in Murfreesboro off Southeast Broad Street.
Amazing. Thank you so much, and good luck out there with Party Fowl.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate y'all.
That's really great. George, what do you think? We've had Hattie B's, but you guys have never had it with any spice. We've had it in Memphis from the Memphis store. What do you think about Nashville hot chicken, real hot chicken?
It's pretty good. It gave me the hiccups though. I would rate it 7.9 out of 10.
So, is it hot?
Yes, they need to cool it down a little.
Okay, well, this is the first level of spice. It only gets hotter from Party Fowl from here. What do you think about that?
Okay. Everything deserves to be spicy.
It's so hot, it has given me the sneezes. I feel like such a candy baby from not Nashville. Maybe if I get to Nashville, do you think your hot chicken superpowers would kick in? You think so? You get used to it?
Maybe.
So overall, do you like Nashville hot chicken?
Yes.
All right, you heard it here first, folks, on State and Beal. George Sells likes the hot chicken. Me too. Y'all, if you see hot chicken out there on the menu, go try it out. It's amazing. It's not going to get any hotter than it is here at the Music City Hot Chicken Festival in East Nashville. Thank you all so much, and stay tuned to State and Beal. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this episode of State and Beal. Thank you all so much for coming along with us on our trip to Nashville for the Music City Hot Chicken Festival. We'll be back here real soon with some more great Tennessee stories. Y'all come and join us. Come and find us right here on State and Beal.